is this just fantasy? Why, of course it is. And it's also horror, and it's also a little bit of sci-fi, and it is Hellboy. Wake the Devil, issue 5. We're here with my library edition of Hellboy, Seed of Destruction, and Wake the Devil. And just to show you how much bigger it is from a regular issue, here you go. Bigger. And yeah, we're going to finish up Wake the Devil, which is like the second major arc Hellboy, and we're going to get kind of some iconic imagery when it comes to Hellboy that'll, be referred back to for years to come, and is, influential on like some films, the film stuff for Hellboy and everything. So yeah, it is 100%. This is essential reading for all you Hellboy fans out there, and for everybody who's already familiar, you're gonna just enjoy probably checking it out again. And for those of you who haven't, what are you waiting for? Come on, let's just get into it. All right, so in chapter 4, we had Hellboy meet Hecate, the goddess. The kind of a sort of a dark evil figure, goddess of witches and such, and she's got she was putting the moves on Hellboy, or at the very least telling him that they're destined to be together, and he was not having it, and stabbed her and threw her out in the sun, and she disintegrated, and then the castle exploded. And also Liz Sherman touched a giant homunculus and gave it the spark of life, and it killed a BPRD agent and, escaped. And so all that shit's got to get resolved in some way in this next issue. So there's a lot of ground to cover. And also Hellboy's been essentially captured, tied up, and left for, dead, or whatever's going to come and get him. So here we go, chapter 5, with a, just a skull, but it's a Mignola skull, and it is lovely to behold. Yes, here we go, our great facsimile of a cover in gray with Hellboy's full horns extended, which that's in the fires of hell bursting from within him, and that is an incredible image when it comes to the Hellboy universe. And I feel like for some people it was the first time that they realized that those were his horns filed down. And I also, what a great design decision for Mignola, is to have those big horns filed down into, big pieces of pepperoni on his head. But yeah, so you have the Bureau scrambling to figure out what the hell's happening in Romania. We got we have Abe Sapien and Agent Clark, who's got an eye patch, jetpacking around trying to figure stuff out. And yeah, he's got this little like antenna dealie that's scanning for Hellboy's belt buckle. And I don't know, just a cool opening shot, and also these jetpacks work, unlike Hellboy's, which was sabotaged, I'm guessing. Yeah, good old Abe, looking nice and fishy. That's something that the comics talk about, but the movies kind of don't deal with as much, as that he doesn't need to be in water all the time, but so like he's a cool looking fish man is basically, the concept. Real cool silhouettes here, real quick simplification. Also love all the smoke billowing out from the landing here. And the little meeps of his scanner device. I also love how thin the antenna is on that thing. It's like sort of like a PKE meter from Ghostbusters, which, how is that like crossover never happened? Is Hellboy and the Ghostbusters? I actually drew some fan art years and years ago of that crossover, and as a pathetic attempt that like I want to draw this for real, and never happened. But maybe someday. I think that'd be cool. I think there's a lot of good crossover there. But yeah, we have crosses trying to keep vampires out. And yeah, we have this creepy setup here of this priest that has Hellboy's belt. Yeah, really cool. I mean, this looks like Abe Sapien with original recipe Nick Fury here, which cool combo. And they also have the Rocketeer's original jetpack. It's just all cool shit. But then they disturb the body, and his head just falls off, and the floor caves in, and Agent Clark just gets skewered right here. Like, and look how long these fucking spikes are. It's the whole fucking page. And he just, he is dead. And, he's lucky enough to, and Clark grabs his arm, and looks like snaps Abe's arm. Yeah, breaks his arm. And then he falls to the ground, and then fucking we have a gloating fucking Rasputin. Poor Abe, who doesn't realize that he's also a creature of importance in the future. He's just trying to be a guy, trying to be an agent. Yeah. And those doom bongs from Mignola are great. And then Elsa and that Iron Maiden. Oof. And here comes the vampire. And what a great entrance. Hellboy tied up here, and then we move to this panel where he's calling his name. We get his eyes in there, and then here comes there's that Iron Maiden, and then the silhouette in white, not in black, of the vampire on horseback, which I love. I love that choice, even that, like, it's in white just to show that, like, there's this unearthly mist coming in with this, which is very vampire-ish. And also, what a great way to simplify that. We have, our great articulation and shadow of this horse, but then, just the outside lines for our mounted vampire, which that's something that you don't see every day. And all these leaves in here. What is, like, if you break it down, what a simple panel, and yet it's everything it needs to be. And then in our next panel, we get a nice close up of our vampire with, shark teeth in his fucking head, and he serves the Hecate, and he comes in mounted, this asshole. And Hellboy's at his mercy. And what I love is Hellboy just as this guy fucking charges, which like, what a great vampire attack that's unique. He's not just like, I'm gonna bite your neck. He's like, no, I'm charging at you with my fucking saber. Hellboy breaks the pillar that he's tied to, and we get this amazing panel. This amazing panel. Yeah, look at this. So we have our scattered leaves. We have the wooden beam, and then like this vampire disintegrating into a skeleton. And I also love that he's saying "pow," and this thing just explodes into bones. Just what a great panel. And yeah, something that like it's just such a bold move, and also yeah, just white. Yeah, so awesome. Yeah, and then yeah, so Hellboy's reeling from that. He's broken free, and we get Hecate chiding him, and then also we get Ilsa the Iron Maiden, coming for him in some ways. And yeah, and it is Hecate, but like, boy, what a cool image! This Iron Maiden coming to life and turning into a snake woman, and she's fucking chewing him up. Look at that. Yeah, what a great. This is another great panel. Look at this. Yeah, just how much she extends into the sky, like the all the, splintery, fine, like it's like almost like fir tree stuff. Oh, this great matter there. And Hellboy getting chomped on by this giant thing, and I just love the trend like this, and then yeah, this silent panel here of him just reacting to getting chomped, and now he's kind of drifting into the pit, and we get these motherfuckers, these fairy people, or or others, there's also, Baba Yaga. Yeah, and I love that. So something that we'll get better views of it in other issues of Hellboy, but I just love that we have this kind of like group of mystical figures next to this giant tree, and there's always like looking off into the distance, but they're able to see what's happening, and I just love that's so magical, it's so fantasy, and I just love it. We'll see a better version of that, later on, I think. But yeah, here we're getting Hellboy's, a bit of Hellboy's destiny kind of being foretold, and his horns growing back, and what he's expecting, and they're trying to convince him that he's the bringer of the end of the world, and that he's going to end it, and that he should just embrace it, and he's got his horns, and it's one of those great moments. There's maybe one moment that I love more when it comes to Hellboy's nature, and there's a few moments that are amazing, but this one is so it's like these horns evoke power, and it's like this is like him at his full power is if he embraces this, and he's got so much power, it's just seeping out of him, like it's like he can't, and his teeth are getting sharper, and he's got these big ass impressive horns, and I just love he's just screw you, and he's like, no, I refuse, and he breaks those horns with his hands off his head, and I love this breakdown of what's happening here is like, and then we have Baba Yaga in disbelief impossible. He says, born of human woman in hell, reborn of human design on earth, and now finally he gives birth to himself. And so this is him definitively choosing that he, like, who he has become as a person, rather than just being a puppet to prophecy and destiny, and that even if those things are impossible to escape, he is going to fight it, and he's going to do it his way, and just what a powerful moment for a character. And it's so specific to Hellboy, and also like the breaking of the horns is such a great image and such a powerful move character wise. I've never seen anything else like it. Never, and I think that's just a testament to the kind of character that he is, the kind of story that this is. It is just it's unique in fiction, I think. Unique in a way, there's versions of everything and everywhere, but I I still think it's super compelling. Yep, and that's it. Hellboy has definitively, marked himself as like, this is who I am, without a doubt. And we have Kate coming in to check up on him. Yeah, always a great time to see Kate in these books. Cool things get done with her, and as in the BPRD books and such. But yeah, he's closed up, and he's now firmly like, I don't care about this destiny shit, and wonderful, great finishing out here. And here we have our bumbling Nazis who are blow themselves up, and I love that. Is that they're trying to come up with their own plans, and then Rasputin gets angry with them, and then they accidentally blow themselves up. Which I love that there's just a self-destruct button in this facility. Skeleton of Vladimir Gerescu. Another great explosion. Like a mushroom cloud. Yeah, and then we have our little post-credit scene. And of Father Nicholas. Boudez never spoke again, but for weeks continued to be the focus of poltergeist activities, including sudden temperature changes and the levitation of objects. It is currently on loan to the Palvé Institute of Avignon, France. I just love like little additional stuff like that. It's just, it adds, it's kind of like SCP Foundation. Where it's just like, it's kind of the little write-ups about these things that just kind of make them seem official. Love seeing Mignola draw trees. Look at these trees. The world tree is a drill. So that's where they're staying, is by Isadrill. Idrazil. And we have Rasputin and Baba Yaga. And Baba Yaga is always looking incredible in Mignola's pen. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't, incredible stuff. All those roots. And we have Baba Yaga and Rasputin. And I'm mostly just going over these pages because I just, I love his Baba Yaga. This little cap she's got, her pestle for her, how she flies, her wooden legs, her big boobs, it's all great. And they're feeling a sense of failure over this, but they're like, don't worry, we'll get him in the end. But love. This is her, a version of her house, except it's just one chicken leg, but still, I love this version of Baba Yaga's house. It's so interesting. I love the little strings hanging down there. Yeah, it's amazing. And the skulls with the glowing eyes. It's all great Baba Yaga imagery. So amazing. Yeah. He's a drill. Baba Yaga. Another great panel. It's very simple. And that's it. That's it, baby. Here's like a early Hellboy comic. It's him fighting a dog man. And here's another early one that's him fighting that Nazi head and a monkey with robot hands. You know, just him figuring stuff out. You know, we also in here we have some early drawings of Hellboy back when he was a monster in a team book. And this is closer when we get to what he is, except his hand's a little small. And here he is fully formed. And then we get some sketchbook stuff. And him, looking at Mignola's, like, sketches, just such an amazing thing, because it's usually so simple, but, like, I just love seeing him figure out his ideas. I love how first off he's way more monstery and, it becomes a little more human. And here's like a Nazi Frankenstein. Here's Hellboy getting a little more like he usually is. Here's some frog action. I love the multi-tongued frog. That's actually really gross and creepy. And designing environmental stuff. And then him eventually figuring out the BPRD location, doing very, very Frank Lloyd Wright right there. Yep. And then we got some Oni here. And the designs for his vampire. Lobster Johnson. He'll be back. Look at this guy. More superhero pulp era characters. Love it. Some more monsters. Three tongues turn into three heads. Wow. And here he is just goofing around with frog monsters, and his goofing around looks better than any drawing I've ever done ever. Acheron. Sir Edward Grey in his mystical form. Yep. Another horse-headed guy. I like him. He looks really excited. Mignola's got such a great sense of humor. Monsters, Nazis. Here's Thor. Pluto. Oh boy. Old Man Gurescu. My favorite character in Wake the Devil. Mine too, Mike. Mine too. Him figuring out his covers. Look at that. That's a super cool thing to see. Ilsa Hopstein and the Iron Maiden. Graveyards. Fish monsters. Drawings for the corpse and stuff. Such. I mean, well, worth my money is this library edition. But so that was Wake the Devil issue number 5. And boy, what an issue it is! What a time it is! And yeah, just such a strong creative voice in here, writing as well as just design, art, world building, all of it. You convinced yet that Hellboy is awesome and you should read it? If this doesn't do it for you, I don't know what will. And it might, and if it comes down to like, I don't like the style of it. I mean, I don't understand that necessarily, but I also kind of do, in that like there's art styles that I see that just don't appeal to me. Even if like the storytelling's great, it's still like, oh, I'm just not interested. And I get that. I can get that being a deterrent, but I just this is so 100% my jam, my style, my imagination. It just lights up when I look at it. That it's hard for me to put my mind in a place where I wouldn't get it. But I think that's why art is so subjective. But yeah, this has been Week of the Devil. I think a great capper to our Hellboy series this October. And I'll do more Hellboy stuff maybe at other times of the year, but definitely next October, as I plan on keep making these videos. And yeah, I want you to stay spooky, and you can partially stay spooky by looking at my comics. Haha, got you there, like Side Questers and Haxon, fantasy comic and witchcraft and wizardry dark stories here. I also have a comedy series for superhero fans, 3-panel origin. You can find new It stories every Thursday, and a book of short stories related to it. All this is available on my website. Go check it out. Maybe make a purchase if you want. Go for it. But yeah, stay spooky and read Hellboy.